What if dinosaurs never went extinct? Have you ever imagined what our world might look like today? In the dusty pages of history books, most scientists agree that dinosaurs that lived 65 million years before us were wiped out by a meteor that hit our Earth. If we assume that this meteor had strayed from its target, the world we live on today could have taken on a completely different form. If that catastrophic collision never occurred, dinosaurs could have continued to rule the planet, potentially halting the evolution of mammals and preventing the rise of humanity altogether. So, how would the process we call evolution work? This assumption could take shape in two different ways. The first way would come true with the evolution process of intelligent dinosaurs. There would be species capable of walking on two legs, using tools, and living in groups. And perhaps, over time, they would declare their own dinosaur civilizations. Among the dinosaurs were bird-like species. These flying species would eventually dominate the skies, flying to previously unexplored parts of the planet and pioneering new habitats. The species of dinosaurs that evolved on land, in the air and at sea, would eventually develop their emotional intuition along with their intelligence. From survival emotions, fear would evolve. In other words, the intuition to run and hide, while the need to hunt would develop the intuition to anger and aggression. At the end of this, feelings of satisfaction will emerge. In some dinosaur species, attachment to the mother will emerge, and in some species, hierarchy will emerge. All these complex emotions will give birth to new emotions. In some species, the lifelong bond between partners will develop into love and friendship. Perhaps, like humans, one day they will use all these miraculous events ruthlessly and start a war and create territory wars among dinosaurs as sea dinosaurs, land dinosaurs, and air dinosaurs. Of course, without knowing that their roots are connected to the same ancestors. Speaking of humans, if we continue with the second of the two assumptions, if the meteor had not hit, if dinosaurs had continued to live, but if mammals had somehow continued their evolution and the seeds of our first species called humans were planted, what would life be like for humans and dinosaurs? At the beginning of such an assumption, the survival instinct of individuals will lead them to a rapid adaptation process. They will begin to develop various strategies. At the beginning of such strategic developments, primitive weapons will be used as a defense mechanism against dinosaurs, and perhaps they will accelerate technological developments. However, since they were not powerful enough to cope with the dinosaurs, they would create an underground civilization, underground, where the dinosaurs could not reach. Perhaps in this time, dinosaurs will begin to play an important role in people's developing cultures, and dinosaurs will become important symbols for people. They will draw pictures of dinosaurs on the walls of the civilization they created underground, and they will even depict their struggle against dinosaurs as a society. All of these will fall behind as human intelligence develops further, and with the development of human cunning nature, they will try to educate herbivorous dinosaur species. In the time that has passed, conflicts between civilizations for resources and territory will begin, and there will be wars between two species. In this war, humanity will not hesitate to use the dinosaurs it has trained against its own kind, and will deploy a trained dinosaur army like tanks. If we were living in this alternative Earth, there would definitely be talk of a dinosaur civilization in our history books. All these alternative scenarios will be reshaped even with the slightest rock being moved, which shows how coincidental the Earth is. Did everything start with the meteor reaching its target, or did it not? This has been the "what if dinosaurs never went extinct" scenario. Do you have a thought-provoking idea that begins with "what if"? Share it in the comments, and we'll dive deep into your alternate reality in the next episode.